more often than not, when we're being harsh on someone else and judging them, it's actually because we're judging ourselves. We've all got our own insecurities, haven't we? I've been tall for a lot of my life. And that may be like, what's the big deal? Well, actually, you know what? When you're a teenage boy and you're super tall, way taller than everyone around you, then you go to, let's say, university, and you're out in bars, and you're trying to find new mates, you're trying to, mix with girls, whatever stuff's going on, when you don't fit in and sort of you're not the same as everyone around you, it can make you self-conscious, particularly if there are some insecurities, as there absolutely no doubt was at the time. You start to hunch over, you have a rounded posture because what you're trying to get low, you're trying to get on the people's level, right? So that, you're not this person who's standing up tall. I remember when I first shot Doctor in the House on BBC One, and there's quite a few tweets saying, "Oh, you're bending on camera," and I was thinking, okay, there's a couple of reasons for that. Actually, the PD, the producer director on one of those episodes, she was about 5'3", and she was holding the camera, and I'm 6'6.5", right? So to get me in shot, she would sometimes bring a box that she'd be standing on, and even then, the only way I could get into camera was to bend down a bit. So I did, because that's what I needed to do. And again, it comes down to judgment. So people are looking at that going, "Oh, you're slouching, mate. You need to sort out your posture." Sure, maybe I do, but maybe there was another reason that was going on there as well. And I think I have had insecurities about my height. I think it's been reflected in my posture over a number of years, but I think it's changing. I think I'm owning it now. I'm proud to be tall. I'm proud to be, owning my height, standing up straight, not trying to hide from the world, really trying to, be myself. And it's been a big shift, and it feels good because, the way you hold your body can massively dictate your mood. If you're watching this now and you're currently slouching, just sit up straight, have a straight back. What do you feel? Well, I did that. I feel more confident. I feel more powerful. It's a bit of this whole fake it till you make it. You can actually change your posture and influence how you think and how you feel. And so, yeah, I've never had to walk down the streets and think that people are looking at me and judging me because of my weight. I've never been scared to go in a gym in case people stare at me. I'd like to think I can empathize. I've heard this story from friends. I've heard this story from patients. Someone I once spoke to said, her ambition in life was to be able to wear a bikini in a hotel restaurant on holiday without feeling self-conscious. And I remember hearing that thinking, wow, I've never had to feel like that. But I do try and understand, and I do try and relate to go, well, I have felt self-conscious about walking into a bar because I'm so tall. I'm not saying it's the same thing, but I think if we're really going to try and help, if we're going to live in that sort of compassionate world where we're kinder and have more empathy to each other, I think we need to try and put ourselves in someone else's shoes. Imagine what might that feel like. If you don't know, ask them, tell me, how does that actually feel? And then maybe we'll start to look at things differently. And I've got to say that this approach actually is everywhere in life. You look at the pandemic, you look at the judgment on people who are not wearing face masks, or people at the start of lockdown who were photographed in the newspaper at not staying inside. You don't know what's going on in their life. You have no idea whether there was domestic violence in their house, whether there was a family of 5 living in a 1-studio apartment, and then we're going to tear each other's hair out. Many people, if it's all very well if you've got your detached house and your garden where you can enjoy and have lunch there and sit and enjoy the sun and go, yeah, I'm following the government guidance. It's all very well to sit there and go, they should be following it. But what if their life's different to yours? You don't know the pressures. And I think it's incumbent on all of us to start looking at life like that. If you want to live in that compassionate world where people treat each other well, well, it starts with you, right? How do you treat people? How do you judge people? Do you look down on them when they're not doing what you think they should be doing? And if you do, okay. If you do, don't beat yourself up. I get it. But once you know better, do better, right? So once you know better, you can choose to do it differently. And that's honestly one of the things I spend a lot of my time doing, is trying to catch myself. When are you looking down at someone? When are you judging someone? Can you change your perspective? Because more often than not, when we're being harsh on someone else and judging them, it's actually because we're judging ourselves.